So we should get a wee message. We're live. There we go.
Yep.
Hello and welcome. It's Friday night on the Lager Locks YouTube channel, and it's Stew and Stew. It is.
Hello there.
Yep, it is. Well, me. You all know me. And Stew. You might remember Stew from the Clash at the Castle watch along. He popped on. His feed was like a good few minutes ahead of mine's, and since we're all about the wrestling, well, me and Stu anyway, we got hold of some Top Rope beer. I'm not too sure because I don't think it's okay. Charlie boy, yes, Charlie's here too. Let's see, this is the issue with ring lights. It absolutely washes out any detail. So, yeah. So, yep. Going for Papa Mango Pale Ale. And now, see, this is it. I have to put it back on because I'm out in the dark. But, so... yours seemed all right. It's me. I've got the wee wanky ring light. Like, whenever it picks up and up.
Lights galore. Look at stupid.
See, this looks like I've got like a loads of polos in here.
Look.
Oh, wait, snap.
That was just nuts because we didn't even talk about this.
Same beer, same glasses.
We didn't even talk about this, and you have to think many pint glasses or
I know,
just
well, that's
glasses
it.
in general do we have in there?
A mango pale ale is one of those ones you want to swish it about to get the smells. Because I did have like a pint glass in my hand, and I thought that's not the right one. So I went fancy. Right. I thought it was either that or the San Miguel big tumbler. But yes.
For those interested, I'm not replacing Tom. It is a step up, but not replacing him.
Yes, Tom is between laptops at the moment. And Stu's been one of our standby guests because we've been waiting to drink this Papa Mango for ages. And now they've stopped making it. So we can't even get Tom a tin of Papa Mango. So it's just down to us. There's no one better to review this beer now. There's
only two of them left in the UK.
I was about to say there's going to be two less left in the world shortly. So, I think we should just crack it open.
We should. I mean, what did it say at the side of this here? Papa Mango should be matched with the Bret Hart versus Papa Shango from Saturday night's main event.
See, this is what I like. Oh, yeah, that's Triple X. Yeah, that's right. So, this is it. When I found out there was a wrestling and craft beer company, I thought, perfect. This is like two of my favorite things combined. And the fact that they go to the detail of added match pairings on the cans makes it a little bit extra special. Because, I mean, they had a lot of beers. There was like the Exalted one. So that had like a Brody Lee match.
I still have that. I've got 2 or 3 left.
And yeah, you won our competition.
Yes, I did.
To get a whole set. Did that include the Triple H beer?
I actually think I may have that.
Yeah, that's like a 9% triple hopped beer. So like that's this is look at the color on that actually. It's very fruity, very punchy looking color. There's not really like a foam head on it, but
it's quite.
Look how bright that is.
Is it pouring out tango?
Yeah, it is. It kind of looks like a fruit
or a fruit punch. Very kind of.
There's not a lot of big smells. I mean, it just like, yep, I'm smelling beer, but
you smell beer. There's like a, don't I say acid?
Citrus. Acidity. Yeah,
citrus or something.
Yeah, but
which sometimes when you get these kind of fruit beers, is the best way to describe them.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, this doesn't taste of banana or honey. This one, you can just go, well, they've attempted with the mango. You can clearly smell that.
And that's it. Sometimes when you get like a beer and you drink it, then you get your idea of like this is like grapefruits, and then you look at the can, and then it says, "Oh, we're going for nutmeg." Like, I didn't get that. Where did you get that? But this is it. It says it on the tin, mango. So we should be getting big hits of mango. So cheers to you, Stu.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, there's like a tiny little hit of orange at the end.
Yes, but it's plain, I thought.
Yes, there's no big. Doesn't pack a punch. It's not bursting with flavour.
That's exactly. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. There's just like that. It almost feels like you're drinking actual orange juice. That little aftertaste you get at the end.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to say it sounds rude. It feels kind of watered down.
Yeah, well, I could see that. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like it's. Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on what you drink as well. So I will have like Old Jock or Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's maybe a heavier beers, which aren't fruity. I mean, and even with like Old Jock is like hints of caramel. You go, nah, mate. It's just hints of beer. It's just literally hints of beer. Or you'll have another one that says, you said like maybe walnut with a sprinkle of chocolate. You think, I know you're tempting to, but I see chocolate. I'm going, I like walnut today. I taste beer.
Yeah.
And it's very few. I think the Joker, I can't remember who makes that.
Williams Brews.
They did another
Joker IPA.
They did a joke. They did two Jokers, wasn't it? It was like a Joker IPA. Maybe
you've got double Joker, and there was a third juicy Joker.
I think it was a double Joker. You could taste there was like a jump up between Joker and double Joker.
Aye. Because we did that for the podcast, and it was like you could tell the difference in the percentage. Because Joker IPA was maybe like a 5, and double Joker was at least a 7. And when you drank it, it was like, whoa, this is extra smooth. There's no alcohol burn. This is really easy to drink. I'm going to get drunk really quick with this.
I mean, because like, if I'm not drinking that, I'll drink a rum.
Right.
I've got rum or Dazarano. It's got a taste, but you're talking about 20 to 40%.
Aye.
So I'm the only person that drinks, so my wife doesn't drink. My kids are too young.
Aye, yeah.
Because they're kids.
My son still asks me every week, when am I coming on the live stream? When am I getting to do the beer podcast, Dad? Like, when you're 18?
It's okay. I turned 40 just before Christmas, and there's people at my party saying to my boy, he's 17, to a pint, and he's at, I'm too young. Because Brock is a certain way, is very kind of, no. And my dad came out of nowhere with this, he's 17. First pints with me. You're going, okay, Dad. Yes. Just like this angry granddad hiding in the background.
I started when I was 12.
Yeah, we'll not go into the good old days feeder.
Here's your medicine, get to bed. You have to drink the dregs of the tin. Aye.
It's like you'll watch a film through your like, I don't know your dad did it, but it would be like maybe films on TV, your mum went, that's not appropriate, and you put his hand over your face, and spread his fingers, so you can still see TV. Give that illusion.
Yeah, just to keep the missus happy. Yeah. But this isn't as I don't know, mango-y as I expected. It's a nice kind of fruity pale ale, but it could be almost classed as like a session pale ale, because they're the types that have like that watered down flavor to it, where you just think this should be stronger.
It feels like it's a 5.1.
And so this tastes like, if someone told me this was a 4, I would agree with them.
Or even less, maybe.
Yeah, because that's it. When it comes to like session ales, it's definitely in the realm of between 3 and not past 5.
Yeah. There's a very kind of. I don't usually go out my way to buy fruit beers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I feel like anytime I have, I've not been disappointed. I've just not finished it because I can't drink it because it tastes it's beer and banana, beer and mango, beer and strawberry just don't work.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
But if someone said to me, "This is a cider,"
Yeah.
they're brewed a
Okay.
different way. That's the thing with this, a slightly different way. So that kick of fruit is subtle. I feel like sometimes when they're doing it, they want the fruit to be quite strong, so overpowers the beer. But then they can't do that, so they need the beer. So it kind of you're getting the worst of both worlds.
Yeah. And
Well,
that's it.
this
It's all
one,
about finding a balance that everyone's
this
happy
one, I
with.
think, has got the balance. I think the balance is slightly on the low end.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was expecting kind of, not just because it's a wrestling related beer, but I was expecting more of a punch. But this is probably something that, like, this feels like this is summer beer. Like, if you're wanting to be the craft beer guy at the barbecue, mango pale ale seems like an easy bet.
Yeah, it'll be something like when I had a couple of the other cans. I think maybe the alcohol percentage they were higher, so there was a wee bit of punch. So maybe this isn't a weaker end of the 5%. So to them is the low.
Yeah.
Well, the other one, I think one's like 9.4 or some.
Yeah,
One's like
I think possibly
7.9.
that Triple H one might be their highest, because I've had just some of the core range, and I think to which is almost non-existent now, because they have been doing, like, we've been trying to get them on the show for ages. They definitely want to come on the podcast, but I think there's been an issue with them getting the canned beers, so it's all been like kegs, so it's all kind of just been, well, they're a Liverpool-based brewery, so imagine just all the pubs in Liverpool will be stocking like their beer. They have their own tap room, but it's harder to get their stuff in cans and shipped out unless you want to drop 25 quid on a keg of beer. Now, you won't know if you like it until you try it, and then you've got a lot of beer to drink.
You used to do a lot of like independents, like the Top Ropes or Management Blank. Other ones that you normally do.
Yeah, that's it, because a lot of the time
But
it's
then I see
Scottish
the
stuff.
prices, and I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah,
you
that's
buy
it.
4 tins of 4 like tins of Guinness for the price of 1 tin of blank.
Yeah.
Damn, can I just buy the 4 tins?
And that's it. I think that's where it comes into, like, beer channels can take that gamble for you. Like, me and Tom will try this, like, double Joker or juicy Joker just to see if it's any good. And then when we do these reviews, I could at least say, well, they guys liked it, and I've liked what they've suggested before. Right, I'll take the gamble. But
I think the biggest disappointment one for me was is it Juniper?
the Thornbridge, like the orange tin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you had a guest on who raved about it. And I went shopping the next day. I was listening to it in the podcast. I was actually in Morrison's. And I walked in the aisle and I went, grab a couple of tins of them. This guy's gone nuts.
Yeah, it was like, was that our guest, like Mike Garrett, the guy from Beer Masters?
Yes, and he loved it.
That
He
was
was
his
raving about
favorite
it.
beer.
And then I had a couple. I went, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and that's it. It's not like a
some guy
stout.
going, the greatest detective film of all times, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's just like, I can understand, you can see that when you're 8, but not quite getting there.
Yeah. Oh, I've got Bernie P. Hi, guys. Person, turquoise, waving. I imagine that was an emoji. This is Tom's better half. So, hello, Bernie.
Hello there.
I hope you're well. Keep that man under control. That's it.
Okay.
We know what he's like. So as long as you're keeping him in check, that's fine. That means I don't have to.
So, what do you think of the Royal Rumble?
Oh, we're getting to that, are we?
Might as well start.
Yeah, because that's it. It is. We're talking about wrestling-related beer. The wrestling world has been shaken this week with the events of the Royal Rumble. I enjoyed it. It was like a. I love the fact that we get them on Saturday nights, so you can watch them Sunday morning. Like literally, I was just doing I was ironing, getting through the bare school clothes, and watching the Rumble. Because that's it. It was 4 hours, so I thought I can't just sit on my arse for 4 hours. I'll feel bad. I'll feel lazy, especially with my wife currently recovering with the broken ribs. It's like she trying to hoover around me, going, "Oh yeah," and like, "Shh, the women's Rumble's on." But
It's like, can you not leave that to the women's championship match?
But no, I mean, it was. I think we all knew the outcome of the men's Royal Rumble.
We knew the outcome, but number two, was there a part of you? Was there a part of you going, "No, just get to Gunther"?
He did show up really well in that match.
An hour 10.
Exactly. I think they just gave him a bad number, like for Cody, because he tweeted something and it was like he tweeted the number 3, and that kind of just gave us all the impression that's his number for the Royal Rumble. But the fact that it's like number 30, I could do the least amount of work and reap all the rewards. Whereas Gunter's been chopping cunts for the last hour. Like,
and then everyone was down to the last two and had about a 10-minute match, give or take.
Yeah, and that was it. At least it wasn't just a quick throw over the top rope. We actually got like almost a proper match at the end. I forgot about that. But
I felt like see, they didn't have the month of the hype, and it was just like, who's number 30, and his music hit. The emotion, the feeling, the drama would have changed. The outcome would have changed. How you felt, or how his road to WrestleMania. You going, he did the comeback, which we didn't expect. No, you just showed me him for a month.
Aye, just say I'm ready. We all know it. We know what's going to happen. This man fought with a torn pec and made us all a little sick when he done it. But he's in now. We've said his name 3 times and he has appeared. So I'm saying far too much sexiness on one screen. I feel like my TV is about to fucking explode in a burst of malt and semen any second now. I hope Bernie's wearing a poncho. Is all I'm saying.
I have that effect on men. I don't know why it's only men. I don't know why. I'm married as well. Not a man, but just in case there's anyone wondering.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's an option. I just like, well,
maybe a few more.
It's not going to get to one of these streams where like the rings are coming off, put them on the table, and then the wives pop up in the chat going, "What are you doing?" No, I'm sorry. It's the beer talking.
No, she's up there with watching some random stuff.
Cut to it's 12:05, and we're like, "You could call me Papa Mango."
No, we've been lying
Falling
on
out of my seat. Trying to stuff fruit down my top.
Oh, because I was off Sunday. I don't get Sundays off usually. I get a Tuesday off, say like a Thursday in my work, or a Tuesday and a Friday off.
Yeah.
So I was off the Sunday, so we got up, and it's like, what needs to be done? Should I? Oh, I did a bit of the kind of housework. Can I get up? I say got up. I went to talk. I went back to bed, and I put on Jennifer Lopez's film on Amazon Prime. The wedding, shotgun wedding.
Ah, right. I thought you were going to say Hustlers.
Not seen that one yet, but that shotgun wedding's actually not too bad for a rom-com.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Oh wait, that's the one where she picks a man out of the crowd and marries him.
No, it's see me put your fire stick on. It's like the first advertisement.
All right.
I'm
thinking of something else.
With a guy in it, which I know his face. I don't actually know what it's from. I just know his face. I went, I've seen you and stuff. That is kind of like that. And then I see his name. I went, I kind of recognise your name.
Mm-hmm.
You should be more famous than you are. But no.
Yeah.
This is why you're doing Amazon movies.
Hey, that's it. It's like it's the big evil empire. That's if they're slowly buying everything. I've seen something this week that they bought like the IP for Tomb Raider. So there's going to be Tomb Raider games, movies, and or television series all getting produced by Amazon.
I can see them paying for the Prime membership. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
See them going, well, I pay you, I think it's £100 a year now. And then you find a film on it and he goes, this costs you £7. I'm going, no, I'll give you my money.
Exactly.
If I want to pay £7, I will go and buy it in Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's it. Then I have it forever. You cannot take it away from me.
Until I get bored.
Oh, Benny's back. Do you guys follow New Japan? I do occasionally. I mean, I paid for New Japan World to watch WrestleKingdom, which I think was like last month at this time. I think it was like the 3rd or 4th of January it was on. And that was, again, it was on. It started. The funny thing about like New Japan pay-per-views, when they start, it's technically like 6 a.m. in the UK. I was like, you know, I could get up for that. Like, it was Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, and they had a fucking terrific match. But it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon by the time I got there, because you had like all the old guys Royal Rumble at the start, and they've got too many belts. They're like trios belts, never open weight titles. I don't know what a never open weight title is, but
maybe like the X Division title.
Maybe I just like there's maybe no weight class to it, but that was Carol Anderson had it at that point. So yeah, I tried to watch like what's it, the G1 Climax or the Best of the Super Juniors, but that's like 30 days of 3-hour shows, all building up to like a final. It's a lot. It's a lot of TV to watch, and sometimes I just look around. You know, like how you get like Dave Meltzer and his 5-star rating. I'll have a look for the 5-star matches and then check those out. Or if I'm following like one wrestler in particular, I'll try and watch all of his matches. Because you've got like Shingo Takagi, who's really good. I quite like Sanada and Evil. They were good as a tag team, but they've all split up. But the whole thing with like Bullet Club in New Japan now, it's just that it's not the same anymore. You know, like 10 years ago, where you had like Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, AJ Styles as like Bullet Club, and it was like a force to be reckoned with. And now it's just like in tatters. Everyone's kind of got their own versions of Bullet Club. Impact.
Like, have you noticed that once you took away, let's say the core, which would be AJ, Prince.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big New Japan Pro Wrestling fan. I enjoy it, but there's so much WWE that I don't even get a chance to watch AEW.
All right.
So I do kind of go in and out, but tell the truth, I watched AEW because of CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk's not there. I really don't give a shit. I try to watch Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, whatever he wants to call himself now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the same allure.
Right.
You had Ring of Honor. You went to WWE. It's like I've seen your prime. I've seen your what would you call it? The big time prime.
Yeah.
Now you're on your retirement fund.
Okay. Yeah.
That's maybe just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's right. But when I find like with the let's say the Bullet Club, you had the Prince.
Aye.
You went to Styles. Now you have the Wolfpack. You've got the NWO, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
And that's what the Bullet Club's becoming. And it's just like anything I dip in, I'm going, so I don't know what's happened because I'm not taking enough investment. But I used to be able to dip in and still know what's happening. I feel like they've branched off so much in certain ways that I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're heavily involved.
Aye, that's it. For me, my normal watching, I watch AEW over sort of like any other wrestling because it's on like ITV4, so I have it set up on my TiVo. So you get actually Dynamite would be on ITV4 right now. Um, then you get
I didn't know that.
Rampage on Tuesday nights. So I have that set up on my TiVo. That's like what I start the first hour on Saturday morning. We watch a Dynamite. They just finished like a best of 7 series of trios tag matches where it was Kenny and the Young Bucks versus Death Triangle, where it's like Pac, who was like Adrian Neville, with Pentagon Junior and
Was
Phoenix,
it,
and it's
was it Lucha Brothers?
exactly. So they've been 7 weeks of matches. In the last few matches, it changed up the rules to falls count anywhere or ladder match. Uh, there was another stipulation, but I forgot. But it was just really good matches. But it's ones where it's like, God, I hope they're not shortening their careers. Like the Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay match at WrestleKingdom this year. At times it was like a horror movie. Like the things they were doing to each other. Um, they had broken a table, and how when a table breaks, it just kind of sits at an angle.
Yes.
Kenny Omega picked up Will Ospreay and he was pushing his head through the table, creating holes. Like just he looked like Nicholson in The Shining with his head through that gap.
So that's
And
just,
then by the end of it, like he DDT'd Will Ospreay onto an exposed turnbuckle while both of them were standing on the top rope. And
do
they're
you think?
just like
Sorry.
it's amazing, but you're taking like a good year off your career, boys. Like
Do you think
think of
Kenny's
your
too
health.
good? Like he tries. I don't want to say tries too much or tries too hard because he knows how good he is. But
I
it's
know.
just, do you really need to keep doing this? Where you could
Well,
take it back
that
in it.
that that is it because my wife noticed the difference between Kenny in New Japan and Kenny in AEW. I think he has a lot more fun in AEW, but in New Japan, it's always like that talk of strong style. So I feel like he's maybe this is my first time back in 4 years. I've got to prove that I could still go, and it's just like that. His finishing moves like the V trigger, like the amount of times, like how can you safely block a running knee to the head? Like yes, a lot of times it's coming into the shoulder, and you get your camera angle at the
Yeah.
perfect
Well,
angle, and it looks
yes.
like it's his face getting melted each time. But still, having someone running with a knee to your face, you're not going to take. There is not a safe way to take that without like getting some impact from it. But oh, it was like if you're able to find that match, like it is brilliant, but brutal. But it's just like one of these things like fucking hell, that was magic. There's this great AEW clip where it was after the show went off air last summer, and it was all the build up to Forbidden Door, where you had obviously New Japan coming up to AEW for this pay per view. So you had the tournament for the trios titles, and it had Will Ospreay's um, group, United Empire, I think, uh, going against Kenny and the Young Bucks. But they were having like a little promo, and they were just Kenny was just winding up Will Ospreay, and like Ospreay's so bloody English in a sense, like you're coming at me, bruv, like just constantly, and it's like, and it's just Kenny going, oh, little Willie, and he's just playing all these mind games, and it's like, oh my god, I want to see these boys fight now. So they absolutely delivered. Um, but even like the Okada and Jay White match that followed it for like the belt was brilliant because Okada's like the golden child of New Japan. He is like their John Cena, their Undertaker. It's just this force to be reckoned with. The guy that does his Rainmaker's fucking clothesline, and it's like if he ever leaves, like they're gonna be scrambling to kind of find like
Because
the
he was
next.
in TNA at one point as a jobber.
They had some sort of world tournament, didn't they? Because you had like some Shinsuke Nakamura, like when he had short shaved hair and it wasn't his weird Michael Jackson esque self. But I've
But that,
never seen that Noah match he did. against the Great Muta, like on the 1st of
I've not seen
January.
that. I think with me, it's like I used to watch a lot more wrestling. I had a lot more time. And I think it's getting older.
Yeah.
It's all the same hours, but it just feels
Mhm.
like you don't. Children, travel, you've got a lot
Priorities,
more.
exactly. Work,
And it's like younger. I would.
beer podcasts.
If not, I'm younger. My boy, he's 17. My boy was like a couple of years old. I could stay up to maybe midnight, watch wrestling, go to bed, go to work, get up,
Yeah.
deal with stuff, go to work, come home, deal with the wee man, put me to bed. So many hours. Now it's like
Aye.
he goes to bed. I'm going.
I know.
I'll go to bed as well then. And it's just
Yeah.
like,
Aye.
and it's like
Uh,
that way. So I would watch maybe Nakamura,
mhm.
Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style,
Yeah.
with his, I believe at one point, a T-Rex entrance to to our WrestleKingdom.
All right.
The
Possibly.
person
I've
that
never.
commented
I've
on the
not
minute will
watched.
be able to tell me if I'm right. This
I've
was
not watched a lot of like Nakamura in New Japan. I've seen like the famous AJ Styles Nakamura match.
one of them. I would YouTube these different kind of, and I don't think it's YouTube now. New Japan maybe block it, but back then
Mhm.
I probably don't even think they knew it was on. So it would just be you would watch them, and then he would come to WWE. He had Sami Zayn. You go wow, and then you go, what the fuck happened to you?
The thing is, like the Sami Zayn Nakamura match on NXT, I am assuming,
Yes,
was a stutter. Like the crowds went mental. Like they would sing his fucking theme song like 10 minutes after it finished. But like how when they find a tune, they stick to it. I think I can't remember if it was the year that my cousin Magic Mike Christie went to WrestleMania and he'd filmed a clip of the crowds just leaving the arena, but they were all still singing his theme. But I've fallen behind with comments here. Let's see. Bernie says, I fell in love with AEW a long time ago. Is it worth picking up? I can't remember. Why? Just got bored. I think it is easy to pick up. I mean, if you have like a TiVo, just record it, watch it at your leisure. They're probably, I mean, your world champion is MJF at the moment, and he is being pursued by Bryan Danielson for the title.
was that an Iron
John,
Man match? It's coming soon.
yeah, I think the pay-per-view it's in March. Like they have maybe 4 pay-per-views a year, so they're really
String
stretched
them
out.
out.
Aye, so this is why like Bryan Danielson has to fight 10 people in order to satisfy MJF, because they always have that ranking system. Like they wants to get to have the most wins to be entitled to that title match. So yeah, I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Like you have Hangman Page. I'm a big fan of his. It is strange with all the CM Punk stuff, like to the point where it's like, are they going to bring him back? Because
Yeah,
the
off. That'd be good.
fallout, all
Really
out
good.
is legendary in a sense. Like that legend, that's huge. The amount of people that got suspended, what really happened, and everyone's stum because that's it. Somebody's got to get sued at the end of it if they really have a go at each other. But I mean,
Where would Punk go?
he might. I don't know. I feel
Not got to
like
take him back.
I'd feel like he would just retire, just give acting another go, do some dodgy horror movies where there's like cum leaking from the
I
walls.
did enjoy his horror film though. The Girl on the Third
So
Floor. I
yeah,
did
the one
enjoy
where
it.
he's trying to fix that house and it was just creepy and there was some
I thought it was just a
thing when
camera crew following CM Punk about, by the way. Got to fix a house up. No got to
yeah.
tell the missus. Got to pump a ghost.
I know. God, our chat's kicking off now. Yeah, like that's it. There might be highlights on YouTube of that Osprey Omega match. Definitely, I suggest you have a look at that. Tommy Boy is back. Thoughts on the backyard rest of the PS2 game was amazing back in the day. Throwing people off roofs never felt so good.
That must be an English thing. Up here in Scotland, we're polite. People don't get flung off roofs. I mean, we would graciously ask them, would you like to take a little dive for us? Because we're nice social people. It's when you pass Carlisle and head up, you kind of heading downwards, you're kind of getting rough and tough. So throwing people off roofs. I mean, Mick Foley must have been there in his youth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so that's the kind of stuff.
If we attempted it, we'd at least put a mattress out for them.
I mean,
I
see someone for Fife that's saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
I've
thinking,
definitely done that to Big Mike once when we were kids. Not off a roof. Definitely like from a set of stairs. But there was a mattress. There was always a mattress.
So here we go. This is to Tom as well and Bernie. Favourite wrestling finishers?
Keep it clean.
No, yeah, keep it clean.
Nah, we're not talking about schoolboys here.
Scott
Shaw's piped in. His favourite wrestler is Disco Inferno. I kind of picture you as more of a Buff Bagwell type of guy.
Buff is the stuff though.
Yeah.
Unless you say something about Scott Steiner's mum. That was a scripted promo with Steiner got half in one.
Where he was doing the maths.
I love Scott Steiner. It's so funny.
Actually, speaking of like kind of wrestlers from back in the day, Discovery Wrestling in Edinburgh have a show going on tonight at the O2 in Edinburgh, and it's headlined by Scotty Too Hottie.
I thought he retired to become a fireman.
Yeah, I guess they didn't need him. Like, no one wants a boy doing the worm up to like a raging fire. It's like, grab a hose. 1 second. I'll be back to new boys.
But it's not even that. It's like Scott saying Disco Inferno. Disco Inferno was actually a middle of the road wrestler. But I think the gimmick of a 1970 kind of dancer helped him back more than it should have.
Right.
I mean, it maybe slightly better gimmick. A better pool, might have got a better kind of. But when you see, it's hard to imagine him as the WCW champion.
Yeah, I mean, think about who was kind of like your A-tier WCW wrestlers back in the day. I mean, okay, you had your Booker T, you had Sting, Hogan, but like the tier beneath that, like DDP.
DDP, what made DDP was the fans.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say yoga.
The fans and Macho Man.
Right. Oh, Macho Man, of course.
Macho Man was in a match with DDP, and the match was to end with the elbow. And Macho Man, through the match, he said, hit me with this, hit me, cutter. Put him down the cutter, pinned up, cleaned the ring. And that pushed him up.
Blinking thingy, Goldberg. Remember, I watched the documentary on Goldberg, and there was like that one match where William Regal, Steven Regal at the time, kind of refused to sell for him. And he just made Goldberg look absolute, like, just green. They're just like such a rookie. Like, he's trying to give him the spear, and he just slid off him. It was as if Steven Regal was covered in baby oil, and he couldn't. Like, he just
was that the one he tried to do like a heel hook? Was it Regal was trying to do like heel hooks and like wrestling mat moves?
Yeah.
And Goldberg just kind of was like, I have no idea. He just looked in his face and say, "What the fuck's happening here? This is more than 30 seconds. I shouldn't be out here."
Yeah,
but I think my biggest memory of WCW has to be Goldberg's spear on Hart when Hart wore the metal plate.
Oh yeah, aye, yeah, I remember that because it always made me think back to that Back to the Future clip where like they're watching a western, the guy being shot, but he pulls out the metal plate from underneath his poncho. Strange how I've linked that together, but Scott's back. When did Sami Zayn become Samoan? Well, he was an honorary Uce. And the Sami Zayn Roman Reigns, like the last year, not even a year, but like post Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville, which was still actually kind of brilliant. Like that was a fun match at WrestleMania.
The past maybe 6 months, would you say?
Yeah, I would be from I guess April.
Was it as early as WrestleMania? Was it more like late summer?
I'm not sure. Obviously, we know he was wrestling Knoxville at Mania, so it was post Mania. But just how he became part of the bloodline. He wasn't accepted by Jay. There's a lot of back and forwards. Roman loved him. It was like when they had those wee conversations backstage, and it's like, Jay's a little bit hot-headed. I know, right? And Sami Zayn, like, just gives me so many like Robert De Niro vibes. Like King of Comedy, like Robert De Niro vibes. Rupert Pupkin.
Haven't seen that.
Like, just if you see that, you could see like it's almost Sami Zayn.
So I keep saying I'm going to pick that up.
I'm going to watch it.
Go HMV, and then it's there's another version of the thing.
Oh yeah. But no, like, how did you feel about the end of the Royal Rumble?
That kind of bit where they are sitting, where he's beating up KO.
Yeah.
Everyone played their part well. During the match, you've seen Sammy's face. How he emoted. You've seen Paul Heyman, how he was kind of looking at Sammy. It was when you stay in KO, just stay down. There was not like stay down, shout him. It was like there was a hint of kind of pleading. Please just stay down. And when Roman did that 2 steel kind of stairs.
Oh my fucking god! That was the worst thing. Worse in the sense of like I feared for that man's life.
Yes,
seeing him grabbed by the hair of the head, thrown down against the stairs, not once but twice. Literally, I was shouting at my TV.
Part of me was kind of great. Part of me afterwards was kind of rehashing in my head going, thankfully it was Roman doing it, because Brock wouldn't have gave a fuck.
Yeah. Did you see Brock's fucking tantrum where he took the ring steps and killed the commentary team?
I partly see the scene where he grabs the ref.
Right.
That wasn't supposed to happen. There's a big kick up right now. He was supposed to do something to the table, but the whole kind of metal steps against the table wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
The ref bit wasn't supposed to happen. Mm-hmm. But what they got to do, 10 grand fine.
That's it. You just go ping.
There you
go. I'll see.
Well, I'm gonna be back from the farm.
It's.
But
that's it. I'm gonna go just hunt.
They're beating up KO, and they're hitting him, and you see Sammy, and you see like Jay was taking part because the season is Sammy like hit Roman, but he didn't turn to the family. Mm-hmm. He turned to Jay.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry. Because see, take away the big bloodline group. The story, not of Sammy and Roman, the story's been Sammy and Jay.
I know. It's one of those ones.
And Jay
followed it for ages.
Fought Roman, then had to fall in line and became the right-hand man. Mm-hmm. Then Sammy came in and Jay thought he was losing his place to Sammy.
Yeah.
And it was
like, go back a year and I probably couldn't give 2 tosses about the Usos. And now, like, I'm just invested. Like, when Roman first started feuding with, like, Jay and Jimmy was injured and it was like, he started calling himself main event Jay Uso. And it's like, fuck off. Main event, come on. You're terrific tag team wrestlers. Those New Day matches, like, those guys could do like a wrestling clinic, but everyone's game's been elevated. Like, I did not expect to find Sami Zayn at like peak, like main event level. I know. I think they're they've already said that it's going to be Roman versus Sammy at Elimination Chamber in a few weeks. I don't think there'll be titles on the line. It's Friday night.
He's no got a. Like no winning.
Exactly. There's some not SummerSlam. WrestleMania matches have been made. Like this is probably beyond belts. Well, that's it. Jay walked out. That was almost a bigger shock than Sammy hitting him with a chair.
But did you catch it at the end where he goes solo? We're at war. Not solo Jimmy. Not solo. It was solo only. We're at war against KO, against Sammy, maybe against Jay.
It's definitely interesting. Like I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what comes from like SmackDown tonight, and they played so well. Like there were none of them were on Raw at all. It was just saving that. Right, you got us on Monday. Right, we'll all come back on Friday to find out what happens next. So, but it's and Elimination Chamber is going to be in Montreal.
Yeah, so it's got to be the main event. Whoever wins the Chambers against Austin Theory for...
Yeah, it's a US title match, isn't it?
No, it's actually Austin Theory's in the Chamber. I'm sure Austin Theory's in the Chamber.
I think you are right, but I didn't think he held the belt. But
for the US title, you get the US. Is it a US title or Intercontinental?
It's a US. Gunter's the Intercontinental. So I think Theory is the US. He shouldn't be in the match. He should just have this match to get his WrestleMania opponent. Because the going is like, I'm in it, because if I win it, I don't need to fight that night. It's like, fuck off. That's space for someone else. Move. Like, that was the most annoying thing about the Rumble. The whole Rey Mysterio bit. Yes, it adds the extras, like, onto Dominic Mysterio, who has grown into his own. But I still think only 29 people came out for that match.
No, but it's like, see the thing they called him ex-condom. I went, did they just call him a condom?
Yeah, that's a mouthful for the commentary to try and say it right. And the commentary did a fucking great job. Like Corey Graves, Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, chemistry was amazing. So, we've been sitting talking and we've drank all of our beer.
Yes.
Should we grab another?
Yes, I'll go see what I've got. I'll go 1 second.
Yeah, I will have a look at what people are saying. Curia Close, I don't know you, but thank you for joining us on our stream. If you're still here, absolutely stunning effort, Charlie. You talking about my dog? He's sitting on the couch looking at me, sleeping in a pile of coats. What's an IPA? You tell me, bud. I'm still trying to figure that one out. My Uncle Peter used to wrestle back in the 70s. His nickname was the Blowback. Have you heard of him, Big Stu? I haven't.
I don't.
Yeah. I've never heard of a wrestler called Blowback. Even if it's like the independent scene. I'm not sure
Where
if this
did
is...
you wrestle? Was it men's saunas? Yes, I wonder.
So, yeah. Okay. Scotty Shaw. Buff Defo had the stuff, but his dance moves leave something to be desired. I can't remember him cutting any moves. Like, I don't think I've actually seen a Buff Bagwell match. Like, this was I watched WCW when it was shown on like TNT when you had Sky, or maybe not the full package. And Sunday nights you could probably get was it like Thunder, like Thursday Night Thunder or something? It wasn't Nitro, it was the other one.
Monday Nitro and Thunder.
Yeah, so I got to watch Thunder on Sunday nights when it was kind of channel hopping, trying to find something, because we didn't have, like, I just had to read about the WWE on their website and then wait for those 4 Channel 4 pay-per-views. You know, you would get the Rumble, you get Armageddon, Survivor Series. There was Invasion one year.
Was Was it the one year they gave us Mania on Channel 4?
I couldn't imagine it. That's
I can't imagine giving it, but at the same time, if Channel 4's gone, they might be going, like, we want one of the big four
Backlash.
because the swinging axes or it was called.
What, like the big sickles?
Aye.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of Backlash. I don't think of LED boards, which is every pay-per-view.
Yeah. I remember Big Show coming out as Hulk Hogan, winding up Kurt Angle. Like that one time Big Show came out as like some big Scottish bloke using a kilt. Like, I think Big Show secretly loved being a comedic wrestler rather than being the giant.
Comedy doesn't make you number one, but
no.
When you become number one, you can be funny.
Yeah. It gets you on TV. Winding up the Olympic gold medalist. And right, do you think it would be good if The Rock came back and headed his own bloodline faction with Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and kind of started a civil war? I mean, that would break news. Like that would get a lot of attention.
The problem being, you would need The Rock there.
Yeah, and that was what everyone kind of expected to come from the Rumble. They were wanting like
he's not fit. He's not fit enough to do it. He works out only 6 days a week. He needs to bump it to the 7th. So he's not got that on his schedule.
I know, and I think in what films he's in now, because we know his Black Adam sort of franchise is not happening. But yeah, I think if it brings it down, but the fact that he's not, I don't know, coming back to the wrestling, I feel like he's maybe outgrown it. So, but I'm going to grab a beer.
You have to think his age as well.
I know. Should you be throwing yourself about, like, because I think his John Cena matches he had, I think both years he injured himself because he was probably trying to go 100, keeping up with like the fucking current poster boy who wrestles every week. And then he's like, right, I don't wrestle every week, but I'm here and 100%. Fuck, I've turned a hammy.
Come on, John Cena had one match in 2022. He lasted
it seems to be
30 seconds, 40 seconds, and that was enough.
Well, I think there's a rumor. Not sure if I want to say it, but they've already sort of confirmed a match for WrestleMania with Austin Theory and John Cena.
But that then kills a lot of the who's going to win at Elimination Chamber.
So, I mean, does John Cena, do they have like some sort of mystery pod? Is like, oh, we don't know who's going to take this slot, or there should be someone here, but you can't see him. And then on the night, pops up, comes in, beats Austin Theory and goes, see you at Mania.
But Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, I would run with that. I would run with that. Maybe bring Jimmy into it and KO.
Well, that's it. Yeah, you'd have KO siding with Sami and Jey, Rock, and then Bloodline. You've got Roman, Solo, Jimmy. That's it. I'm sure there's another Us they could find out there.
I'm sure they could just bring Samoa Joe back. He's just Samoan.
I was about to say that. Like, I think he's the only one that isn't related to The Rock. But yeah, you've got a beer. What beer do you have?
I have, of course.
Oh, nice, reliable. Is the Mountains blue? Is it safe to drink? Does Van Damme need to do the splits?
Yes, it is.
Does it say it's damn cold on it?
No, but it's get meant. But I think earlier on with the Mentos.
Wait, I've forgotten about
that. It was the Bloodsport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that clip you sent me. When you said Mentos, I thought, wait, are we putting Mentos on beer like how the kids do with like Diet Coke and they're dropping mints into it?
I don't like it's with the kids. That just makes us feel older.
I'm sorry for saying those words. But one of us is in their 40s. I'll be back.
Thank you for that.
I'm gonna fall over. Woohoo! Calm, dude.
See, there's 4 people online. I know. Shut off window. So how are you all? It's hard to reply if I'm talking to myself, but still, it's more entertaining than me just looking at my phone and having dead air.
Sorry about that, mate. I had to go for a cheeky pee as well.
No, it's okay. I was playing my phone, then I went on to YouTube and I realised there's 4 people watching this. So I've decided to then talk to
Sorry,
them.
guys.
So,
And Christ, I think that's a record. I don't think we've had more than 4 on this channel before.
my wife got me this wee thing. I don't know if you can see it, sure.
Oh, that
Okay.
I've been looking at those. I've got
Okay.
are we we're getting like a demonstration. Good fucking God. That's worth it, isn't it? Like that.
It's like a Father's Day gift.
Yeah, I've been okay. Sorry, my little doggy wants to jump up. Should I piss about with our cameras? You know, this is cool. Get to have a look at into our living rooms, but is this too much? Dramatic close up.
Dun, dun,
Living rooms.
dun.
Dramatic close up.
We need to have that sound effect, need it though.
Yeah. I don't think I have any. Let's see. Banners. I could add music. Now we're in the club. For some reason, this is called Feeding the Ducks.
Sorry, head in the club. No, 50 Cent mind.
Okay, let's get into the music. But yeah, I've got loads of stuff saved here for like when me and Tom were going to do our anniversary special. Did you ever see that clip where I got Tom a T-shirt with his face on it?
I did.
Yep. I've got little great clips like that on the standby in case we run out of wrestling to talk. But I think our comments are still popping off. Scott's wondering our thoughts on women's darts. My wife plays darts every Wednesday with her auntie and her sisters. So women's darts is definitely a thing. I hate darts. I am scared of darts. I caught a dart once here in my collarbone.
Ouch.
By walking
I don't
past.
watch darts.
You don't watch darts? Yeah. No. I know darts sometimes is on ITV4, and it's the reason why Dynamite runs late and I missed the main event because
that's
TV
probably the only time. See, I used to watch AEW. Used to record it
in the pool, the snooker.
And I would be on. I'm going to 2 hours of wrestling to watch. There's a wee bit of darts. Maybe it's the last 10 minutes. Skip forward an hour and a half. Still darts.
Aye.
I'm going, nah, delete. But everyone's got their own wee bits. We watch wrestling. People watch darts. Some people enjoy cricket. Those people are wrong.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have any issue with darts unless I'm in the same room as them, and then I don't want to be in the same room as them. It was like a kids' youth club because I was also a youth at the time, and I walked past a dartboard when 2 guys were playing, a game of speed darts. You know, speed darts,
Oh,
as in turn your back to the board and go.
it's not even that. It's like men in their 30s and 40s don't think of that anymore because turn your back that quickly doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, and that's it. I've taken enough painkillers today and a beer, so I don't actually feel the issues with my back at the moment. But yeah, a game of speed darts. I walked past wearing my Papa Roach t-shirts, and I just felt like someone just bumped into me. And that's strange. There's no one in front of me. What's going on? And everyone was like, Stuart, tell me that's just in your t-shirt. I'm like, what? And I looked down and I just see the fly, like the end of like a dart. I'm like, oh no. Oh. And this is like one of these youth clubs where you go there and there wasn't an adult there. It was just a bunch of like teenagers had the place to themselves. So we thought, right, we could solve this without getting adults involved. So I was sat on a chair with a foot on my chest, and I'm trying to pull the dart out of because it went in underneath my collarbone.
Oh God, that's
So, and they tried, and like the feeling, the only way I could describe it, it was as if they're trying to pull my insides out through a pinhole, and I was like, it's like, I think we need to go to the hospital. Please stop trying to pull it out. And yeah, I remember just being in a car, like we got somebody's gran to drive me in, and I remember someone overtaking us on like this single carriageway, and she put her foot down, and the seatbelt went up and hit the dart, and I was like the soul left my body, like for a moment. But eventually, yeah, a couple injections for a doctor, and then again a foot on my chest, and they pulled it out.
oh
And
God,
it bent, like the tip of the dart was like bent.
no.
So but yeah, that was a great memory from my teen years.
I can watch horrors, certain horrors, obviously, that I can watch and go, man.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like someone goes, caught a nail in a door, I go, oh God, don't tell me more. That's horrid.
Yeah,
I've already got images in my head.
I mean that youth club, it got worse as the years went on. There was like a time where they turned the lights out in the hall and someone would start throwing darts, and someone had it in their calf, like the back of their leg. A fucking dart hit them. I knew there and then that I can't come back here. It's not worth it.
I'm for the west side of Scotland, so real.
I'd rather make out with my girlfriend in a bus shelter than in this place. But
someone bragging they get the ladies in their youth. You come in there.
Hey, let's have a look at the comments. Good word behind. I watched the debut of the Shock Master every time I feel blue. It is legendary. It is fun. I fucking love the Shock Master.
Have you ever watched the behind the scenes about that?
No.
Talk about that. Where they actually go on in the suit and they go to bust through a wall.
Aye.
They got me there a couple of times to make sure he perfected it. And the last time, someone nailed a 2x4 at the bottom and they were told it was the fair.
Shit. But I mean, that's it. And why the gimmick is right? We've spray painted a stormtrooper helmet, silver and glitter. On you go. Get through that wall. Was it not like Sting doing the introduction?
Yeah, and who was it in the background? Was it Thingway? Was it Big Boss Man or something? But the helmets fell off. The helmets fell off.
Oh, but it's like a legendary moment in wrestling. Like the guy got his own action figure in the end, like because I think they've come to accept it. It's like, yeah, it is brilliant. It's total car crash. But
it's like now when you look at the Royal Rumble and they keep showing the guy sliding under the ring.
Oh, Titus O'Neil. Yeah, Titus World Slide. Bernie saying, how do you feel about a cheeky turbo shandy? Beer and a Smirnoff Ice. Ooh. So it's sort of like Smirnoff Ice would replace the lemonade. I mean, I'd try it. Like that's a beer review waiting to happen. But yeah, I feel like you remember I watched that show. It was called Hobby Man. It was on Channel 4, and it was the guy from The Last Leg and the Scarlet from Gogglebox teamed together and went to look at hobbies in Scotland, and they went to the Stuart Brewing for a brew it yourself experience, and they created a turbo shandy as their beer of choice. So it was like a lager that had a lemonade aftertaste.
I would be up for a beer and Smirnoff Ice combo. What is the percentage of, like, is it 70-30? Is it?
Yeah, it'd probably be about that, like maybe 20. Because that's it. Like when you ask for like a shandy in the pub, it would be like mostly tenants, and maybe a scoosh of lemonade at the end.
Yeah, so that would be interesting to see how it works.
I mean, like 10 years ago, I would be like 80% lemonade, 20% beer.
Now it's 70-30.
I committed like beer crimes back in the day at a Foo Fighters concert, ordered a pint and took a sip. Was like, oh, this is fucking horrible. And I poured like half a Coke into it to try and make it bearable.
No, not after the price you probably paid for that pint. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Fucking. I took the biggest gulp of the beer just to make room to pour half it like Mags's Coke into it. Don't know who I was trying to impress. But anyway.
You already had her, so I mean, try to impress yourself.
Going for a wee ghost ship.
Oh, I've had one of them.
A citrus pale ale.
Which would go hand in hand with the mango.
Yes. So I know Tom's probably pitching a tent right now at the sight of that beer.
Oh, I thought it would be me though. Anyway. But you can tell me what would taste better than the mango.
Yeah,
I feel like they would be hand in hand.
I could you could smell the citrus from this, like from my desk to my nose. I could already smell this. So yeah, I've brought my little Cold beer tumbler just for that. But I've had their non-alcohol beer, the Ghost Ship, at like a Witherspoons. It was like a Works do, but I still had to drive, and I got told off because it was 0.5%. I was like, still, that's nothing. Okay, let's get back into the comments. Slurpy Dave, pubs, beer, jokes, and IOM. Don't know what that last part means, but he's in with a old. Hello, Dave.
What is he drinking in this picture?
Just a pint,
random pint, or
the guy's got a pint of beer. Scott saying best band at Live Aid. I've never watched it. I know you've got.
How old do you think I am? Right, so here we go. Best band at Live Aid, Queen.
That's the only, but yeah, that would have been Manchester too, because that's the only band I know that played.
Queen, probably followed by David Bowie.
Well, Benny's saying it's not U2. Tom's in with Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates. They were on Band-Aid at Philadelphia. June also from Philadelphia and drinks beer. Charlie Kelly. Anyway.
Yeah. Did they announce anything about the Always Sunny guys coming to the United Kingdom?
I don't know, but one of the things I've got thrown out to see who responds.
Because I would see them in Glasgow for sure.
I would love to go see them. My wife thinks this boat is absolutely stupid and brain dead.
So what's brilliant about it?
I respond to it all the time with Kitten Mittens in. Kitten Mittens.
I thought you were going to say, shut up, bird.
No, I said Kitten Mittens, you'll be smitten.
She's like, I'm going to stop his beer. One too many champions in that boy. That was a strange sentence to say out loud. I got 3 EasyJet flights for £1. They look great on my darts now. He wasn't lying about the jokes. Stu, he will be in and he'll be getting us those quality or caliber of jokes. Just make that go away. Daryl looked like Lionel on cocaine.
Send us a link.
Who's Daryl? Is this back to the Shockmaster bit?
No, this is back to Hormones.
He was on meth. Oh, there's just a conversation going off in our chat now, isn't it? My favourite art player was Dusty Carpets. He's never been beaten.
Oh,
There's no stopping him. I watched Titus O'Neil falling under the ring once a week. It's one of those things when they give them such a big ramp at Royal Rumble, and you're a big fella running down a ramp. Momentum does the rest.
It's like I have no idea.
And guys get covered in baby oil. Like these guys oil up to look good on TV. So the slide, it was the perfect storm.
It feels like sometimes WWE go, we don't want independent wrestlers, but we need good wrestlers. And you go, have you tried the independents? Because that's where usually you'll find them. Like, no, bodybuilders and ex-models.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why their biggest successes have been Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to a certain degree, John Cena could have was an independent wrestler for a small time.
Yeah, I can see that. Right. Oh, Dave. Slappy Dave's back. I used to get 180 quite regularly. It was on the bus. Took me to the pub for the darts match.
Oh, fuck me, man.
Like he's got more. Used to be a wrestler. I used to get them a headlock and sign my name on their head with permanent marker. It was my signature move.
Oh.
I would like to know if like these are coming off the top of your head or if you're just like battering Google.
Is this like a dad jokes?
Yeah, you know how you get like what's it like chat AI and they're just picking up a conversation and it's just burping out fucking dad jokes just based on keywords we're using. Although he is back saying Shandy is for girls. But
her name is Sandy. Her name is Sandy. Weirdly enough, a guy's name in Scotland. We'll not get to that.
Yeah, I've got an Uncle Sandy. My son's called Alexander, so his nickname can be Sandy if he wants it to. But to them,
Alex or Xander.
Yeah, because that's it. Xander, and like I was trying to figure out the evolution of like Alexander to Sandy. So we'd have to go to Xander, Zandy, to
Sandy. Then went to the beach one day. That's basically.
I see. That's easy for you to say.
My son's called Broch.
Broch.
We named him after Lesnar. No, I'm not joking.
Not after. I'm glad it's not the character for Pokemon.
Broch.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it's basically the Scottish spelling of Brock.
Ah, fair dudes.
The K means male badger in English, but with H it means strong and stronghold in Scottish. Gaelic.
Dave, I've learned something new tonight.
So, as I tell people, I work in retail, as I do, and I sell tiles, and I say to people, couples that come in and argue over things, they're picking the wrong battles. What do you mean? Goes, if your wife wants this tile, your wife wants this, let her take that. When she's drowsy and just gave birth.
I like how you're saying you're doing it with a whisper. Like, here, come here. I'm going to make happy wife, happy life.
That's the truth. But they argue over things, and I say to them all, when your wife's drowsy and just gave birth, you can name the kid. Let her pick the tiles. And she's like, what do you mean? He goes, I named my 2 children. I couldn't care if my wife painted the whole house purple, as long as she's happy.
There you go. I was not expecting this type of life advice tonight.
You hit my age, it comes out.
Whether you wanted to or not.
Yep.
Oh, we've got Rasco and Disco. Actually, we've got Disco from Rasco and Disco beer review. Slurpee, yeah, leg end, quality, terrible gags tonight. Cheers. Cheers to you, Disco. You know, this Ghost Ships, it's all right. It's nowhere near as fruity as the mango, surprisingly.
Did you get the new? Sorry.
No, what were you going to say?
No, on you go. It's fruitier than the
No,
mango.
it's the mango's fruitier than this.
Ooh.
Yes, it's citrus, but okay, look at the color. So this is definitely more of a traditional sort of beery pale ale, whereas that was like a glass of orange juice that looked like a glass of orange juice. But this is fine, nice, easy drinking pale ale. But
what other products does Adams do?
Oh, everything. I mean, this is probably Tom's favorite brewery, I think.
It's the one I see the most.
Right.
Is the Ghost Ship.
Yes, there's Ghost Ship. There's something like Broad Ship, or we done one for the podcast, and it was like one of these strong ales. I can't remember. I think it was something. It was Broad something. If Tom's still awake, he could tell us. But yeah, I mean, he done one. No, actually, 1 year he got an Adnams Christmas pudding, which I assume was just soaked in their beer. Like that's how much of like an Adnams fanboy he is. He got like the big box of their beers. Wait, there we go. Rascals jumping in. Broadside was their strong ale that we had for the podcast, and it was pretty decent. Yep, Slurpee's in there too. Broadside, you think of Ghost Ship is much better on cask. Yeah, we probably won't get that up here. Like, Stu, have you been like? When was the last time you were out in a pub and having like a beer?
I don't usually go out because I'm usually sleeping in it. I went out for a couple of drinks at my birthday party. Before that, we had a meal. Last year we went into a curry night with the work, the curry kind of pool night.
Mm-hmm.
And we had I think a couple of pints of like Joker.
Okay.
I remember having that, and I remember going. I'm sure I bought a stronger version of this. And that's what earlier on was speaking about the Joker kind of.
Yeah. Aye.
And had that, but usually it depends where you are. I mean, I'm just outside Glasgow, and it's famous for tenants.
Aye.
So near every bar you go into has tenants.
Exactly.
But there is. Have you got a Green King pub near you?
Yes. Aye. We've got one.
Iceberg, I believe it's called. Unless
I think I've had that. I think I had that. I went to Craig Tara in Ayr, the caravan park, and I'm pretty sure they had a Icebreaker on the actual bottles.
Icebreaker. That's what it's called. Icebreaker, and that is really nice.
Yeah, I'm sure I've had it once, unless I was mistaking it for another. But yeah, we've got a Green Kings. Like our closest sort of Witherspoon style pub is a Green King. But that's it. I'm driving, so when I go out, I'm never really the one getting the drinks. I'm always the person that gets to have a drink at the end of the night. When you get home, the family's settled, and now I could sit and crack open a beer. But when I went drinking in Edinburgh, I saw McEwen's on tap a lot. Like McEwen's like an 80 shilling.
Oh, interesting.
So like in Edinburgh, Rose Street.
Heavy?
Yeah. Aye, like a wee heavy. So it was cool to kind of see that kicking about in Edinburgh. Just as like an alternative, because there was lots of Joker, lots of Stuart Brewing, like it's Edinburgh. So there's like a lot of Holyrood, like their standard pale ale. But I definitely saw McEwen's at least 2, possibly 3 times in the pubs that I kind of staggered into. Right, our chats going mental. Let's see. Even though happy damn Friday night beers. Cheers. It's been a fucking good night.
Thank you.
I'm enjoying myself.
It's nice to do this. I know we can set up you and Tom are coming to Glasgow.
I know.
And I know it sounds like for like people in America, you go, how far? And he goes, it's an hour and a half away from you and me, really. 2 hours tops between Fife and Paisley. And
Exactly.
That's like a bus journey for them to get to work. For us, it's like, I'm not travelling that far.
That's maybe 3 buses. Like
Getting
that.
past half an hour is too far away from me.
Yeah. And that's how we could go there. And it's like, right, well, you're going to have to commit. You're going to have to do that journey and stay overnight, or do that journey, see your pal for an hour, then get back on the bus and do that journey.
My son wants to go through Edinburgh, and I went, we'll go through Edinburgh when the weather's better.
Me and Tom, I think we're aiming to go back to Glasgow in about April. Like, Tom's been getting hit with sickness, and I think, well, why don't we wait to the better weather? Like, you're getting hit with colds, you're getting hit with COVID. Maybe when you start getting to the better weather, I rearranged my hotel. I think I'm going back. I changed my booking because I was a fool. I paid it all, and I was not going. If you book a hotel, you could book it cheap as chips. If you're not, like, you're going to be there that date and you're not wanting your money back. I'll do that on a Wednesday. Tom texts me that night saying I'm ill. I'm like, fuck. I should have just paid the extra tenner to get the free cancellation. So I've had to rearrange my hotel. I think the 1st of April, had to pay an extra 33 quid. Now I realise it's the same night as fucking WrestleMania.
So I'm working
So
through to mid-April. I can see that on my phone because I've got my holidays booked in till the end of the year already.
But I mean, we're like, things like this could change. Like that 1st of April, that could just be a nice weekend away for me and Mags, and I could go about drinking in pubs. But no, definitely there needs to be some more like Tom and Stu in-person shenanigans. Like last time we did it, we weren't focused on like our YouTube channel and like live streams and stuff. But now, like, we've spoke with a bunch of like Instagram people, like Vinny, who was on our mystery beer reviews, or Girl Who Drinks Guinness. These guys and gals are all Glasgow based. So it was like, let's just fucking all meet in person and drink beer and just have a good laugh. That's why I was like aggressively pursuing you and others.
No,
just like,
it's because I work 5/7.
yeah.
So like you were saying earlier on Sundays, you can watch the pay-per-views. I'll leave
on the
for
shop
work
floor.
at 9:30, and I got home to about 5:30. Time I shower, have dinner. I start the pay-per-views about 8:00. And finish them about midday. Monday night, just in time for draw for Tuesday night watch, or Tuesday if I'm off during the day.
Well, that's it.
My cycle just rotates. So it's actually pretty good. I don't know why I never thought it before. Saturday night pay-per-views for wrestling.
I know. Like, there's part of me that I'd love to do kind of like watch-alongs. I think I could do that this summer with Money in the Bank coming to London. So,
We've got to get
London.
the stupid bus suit. We've got to get the fucking stupid phone box suit.
Yeah, that's it. Dust them off. Get the black caps. Line them up.
That Union jacket.
All right. We tombstone. We headstone for the Queen.
And then they've got to say something stupid like, "Oh, Goose is here. Drew McIntyre."
Yeah.
Remember, he came to a place near Cardiff. You go, no. That's 2 countries away.
If you're looking at it on a globe that you spin around in your kid's room, it's close. But
I mean, it's close. It's like people in Texas going, "Oh, that's the distance between Austin and Houston." You're going, "You're Texas. We don't care."
So, maybe much akin to like the Clash at the Castle. I will probably do like a live stream with that because it's on at a reasonable hour. So I could have my laptop in front of me with the pay-per-view on. And
what I'll probably do with yourselves and Tom is see about, I believe I'm off in July. Give me 1 second. I am off in July.
Hmm.
Because my summer holidays are already booked in.
Okay.
And speak to you about that because then my wife, I shouldn't, right now, she goes to placement in certain times.
Yeah.
So we're trying to we do like holidays with the kids away, blah, blah, blah,
Aye.
around our times. But I could, that day, I'm not working the next day. It's during the summer, so there's no like school to go to the kids
Exactly.
on
Yeah.
Monday.
Well, that's it.
Maybe a wee bit easier then.
Yeah, I want to kind of do a little bit more traveling this year. I mean, I'm going to Haggerston Castle during the summer holidays for a week with like friend of the show, Michael Guffrey. We're going away for a week, and yeah, I didn't realize that Haggerston Castle. I think it actually counts as England. I think you just go out of Berwick, then Haggerston Castle.
It's like
So
you've
I'm
got Berwick and then you've got Berwick upon Tweed. You know, it's the same place, depends what part of the UK you're from.
yeah. So yeah, I'm crossing the border, boys. I'm leaving the country. So keep an eye on it for me. But
We will miss you.
so they'll be. I'm pretty sure I'll be on TikTok doing beer reviews. He's gonna look forward to that.
It's like, can I get a pint of attendance? Do you say Boddington?
That's like Carling. You mean Carling, don't you? Yes.
We have Smiths.
Like if Tom was a dog, his tail would be wagging. And I'm going.
It's like I just got an iron brew, and we have Braddock and Dandelion or something. That's what it's called.
It's like,
Yeah,
do I have to go across the border to get my iron brew? But right, okay.
You walk across the road, and the guy got iron brew at the shops.
Aye. Okay, comments. Let's see. People are talking. I've said that already. Slurpy's saying hi to Disco. It's only a dad joke when it becomes a parent. Okay. Correct. If you have to tell a dad joke and you're not actually a father, that's a faux pas. We should probably just end the stream. Like it's we're getting riddled with.
Actually, like that.
We're getting riddled with bots now. It seems. Visited my local hospital. All the patients were reciting Scottish poetry. Then I realised I was on the burns unit.
Oh.
So yeah, burns. Broadside comments. Slurpy's always in the pub. Fair dues to you. Like that's it. I would love to kind of be a little bit more of a booze hound.
What are you drinking in your profile picture?
Yeah, true. I'm sorry. Obviously, after the first drink, I went and took a pee, and as everyone knows, that's the universal sign of you've broken the seal. You now need to pee every 10 minutes for the rest of tonight.
Yes.
Which I need to do right now. So Stu, you need to hold the fort.
See that we end the stream now, and we'll try this again in a few weeks' time.
No, I'm having so much fun. But if you've got things, let's see. Let's just fire through the comments. Michael Guffrey's here. Good evening. We'll have a late one. How's everyone getting on tonight? How we've been doing well.
Thank you.
Papa Mango did not live up to the hype, maybe.
No. Wasn't it Bret Hart level?
I was happy to have it.
Papa Shango level, yeah, but not Bret Hart.
Yeah. So yeah, it was all right. Because actually we should probably say this. Like this was what we were here reviewing. It was a fine brew. I would not try it again. But I'm glad I've tried it.
Yes.
And Guffrey's saying we could do a live stream from Hagston, the evening events, or doing a live stream from the Ungo Bungo bar with Anxious the Elephant and DJ Ned.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't come back with a couple of toy, your wains will be disappointed.
Yep, I've fallen for that trap many a times. Got a couple glittery beanie babies that we don't need, but god damn it.
Yeah.
Holiday memories. So yes, it's 11 o'clock on a Friday night. We've had a couple beers. This is Stu. We've been talking to Stu. And yeah, I think we've had a fairly successful night. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Enjoy your weekends. Take care. Stu, thank you for coming on. Absolute legend.
Thank
Take
you.
it easy, gents, ladies, lads, lassies, the lot. Cheerio. Bon voyage, booze hounds.